Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Rajibul Hassan. So today I'm going to discuss how this new technology we are seeing nowadays, for example, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, how they are going to change the marketing area and the retailing area. So we can see is that there are three areas in marketing which can actually impact, which will be mostly impacted, and those areas are number one is marketing and competitor intelligence. The second one is customer assistance, and the third one is in-store social interactions. I'm going to describe each of them, how they are going to be impacted. So for example, for the marketing and competitor intelligence, we are seeing that there are a lot of new things happening. For example, we can see is that consumer generated contents, more we are getting from reviews, so customers are really posting a lot of information in the platforms. And also we can see is that there are a lot of social media posts related to brands, so those text data could be used, because with the advancement of artificial intelligence, now we can do text mining and understand from those text. So what can happen before, like we were using survey and interview, this kind of traditional methods, but nowadays with the advancement of AI, and with those kind of platform existing, like we can get a lot of text data. Like for example, a customer already bought a product, they can post their feedback about their product experience or the service experience on those platform like TripAdvisor or Amazon or any other platform. They can post, and then those data could be used, and with the advancement of artificial intelligence, we can actually text mine those text and understand. At the same time, we can also understand those data which are posted in social media. So just to give you some idea, like for example, in for one of my research, I got 18,722 tweets just to understand what people are discussing about coronavirus. So then I can see is that there are software which try to do some content analysis, and then from there we can see what are the topics and what are the contents they're discussing. For example, coronavirus, positive people, home, pandemic spread, patients, health, world, bill. So and instead of going through all these different like all these tweets, which are like 18,722 tweets, we can easily see is that how the contents are related to each other, which concepts are quite related to each other, and it helps us to understand the what they're talking, and we can actually understand those, like for a particular brand as well. So that's one of the thing. And then this is my another example, like we can also understand the expression of our customers are expressing over the online. For example, this is one of my research. For one of my research, I was extracting 9,000 tweets, and I was trying to understand what kind of emotion they're expressing 2 days before Valentine's Day, and we can see is that the majority customers are expressing joy, and then we can see is that some customers are expressing surprise, but during the Valentine's Day they were more expressing surprise and the joy. And the reason of those expression is probably the surprise feelings. You can see is many consumers are expressing surprise feelings is because they got gifts and things like that. So we can easily see is that we can actually measure emotions from tweets and different type of social media contents, and we can do the same if we wanted to understand what our customers is talking about in a particular brand. So that's also possible to do to monitor the social media, and that's kind of give us marketing and competition analysis, and then it gives us the idea of marketing and competition intelligence. Also, we nowadays can use images, and different type of images could be posted in social media or in the review sites, could be also analyzed. And in one of my research, I also use how we can use images of different brands to understand the competitor, and how we can use different images to understand what your business need to adapt from your competitor. So with that advancement of artificial intelligence and the methods we have now, we can actually understand our marketing and competition intelligence easily. So now I'm going to discuss about our another thing, which is now I'm going to talk about customer assistance. So what is happening in the customer assistance area? So we can see with the new advancement of technology, there are many self-service technologies like self-checkout. Those kind of technologies is being implemented. We are also seeing that augmented reality and virtual reality technologies are being implemented for customer assistance. We are also seeing robots are being used. Like for one of my research, we actually looked at how robots are being implemented into restaurants and how it helps the customers. So those are the areas we are actually seeing that there is a lot of implementation is happening. Also, we are seeing there are relational technologies such as like artificial intelligence, like chatbots, or like voice assisted chatbot like Siri or Alexa. Those are being implemented nowadays. You can also use voice assisted voice assisted artificial intelligence, for example Alexa or Siri, for ordering your food. Like for example, you can order Domino's pizza by just asking Alexa, "Hello Alexa, can I order one pizza?" And then the Alexa can do that kind of things. And these technologies are becoming more efficient. At the beginning of these technologies, when these technologies were introduced, they had difficulty understanding the voices, but over the time, as they are getting more data, they are becoming more efficient to understand the voice recognitions, and these technologies are becoming much more efficient. Also, we are seeing the implementation of augmented reality and virtual reality, and these kind of technologies are becoming very common. And if you are browsing different kind of retail sites, they may want to integrate some augmented reality or virtual reality kind of service in there. One of my research is about smart mirror, which the retail stores are nowadays implementing, where you can just stand in front of the smart mirror, and without changing your dress, you can actually put different type of dress on the screen, and then it can change the dress based on your structure in front of the smart mirror. So it's kind of will give you an idea very quickly that how the dress will suit you without changing your dress. And that can actually solve a lot of problem like queuing in front of the fitting room so long time. That can solve those kind of issues, but those are becoming more common. And also we can see is that with the implementation of metaverse, and what is becoming common is that more augmented reality and virtual reality based services becoming more common in marketing. And in marketing, we are seeing that besides physical presence, besides the online presence, virtual presence is becoming very important. And big brands are nowadays wanted to have their existence in the virtual world as well. So so more and more brands are joining this virtual, and they're joining to grow their virtual existence. So that is becoming it's becoming more common over the time. And this is the future. We can see is that the marketing is more moving in those kind of areas because of this advancement of technologies. And my third point was that the third area where how the marketing is going to change is also one of this area is called in-store social interactions. So when in retailing, normally previously the relationship was more like customer to employee relationships, but that retail perspective is changing from customer to employee relationship to customer relationships because of the technology like social media. And in some research we found that what happened, like young consumers actually tend to more use social media when they are doing the shopping, even in physical stores. So they tend to look into the reviews to see either that product got a good reviews, even they wanted to buy it in person. So those kind of activities of the young consumers actually make it much more important for the business to implement social media experience when they are actually selling in physical stores as well. So so the businesses need to really make it easy for the consumer nowadays to really integrate social media with the way they are selling. So these are the ways, and these are the three areas where we can see is that the marketing is moving because of this new implementation because of the implementation of these technologies. Thank you very much. Thanks for attending and listening, and have a nice day.